This week on the Syrin, Paizo's RPG superstar heats up. A relaunch of Necromancer games for D&D 5. A great new podcast for GMs and players, a new diceless role-playing game on Kickstarter, and news from our gaming table as we playtest Scavengers. We are getting well and truly to the pointy end of Paizo's fantastic talent search competition RPG Superstar. In its 8th year, this comp has unearthed some amazing creators and writers already. The final 8 have just revealed their encounters with a map, and voting is open, so don't miss out on having your say. One of the things I really love most about getting to participate as a fan in this comp is the really cool stuff that people make and submit. For example, round 3 this year has seen the creation of 16 fantastic monsters to kill your player characters with. Newton Phyllis created the Deep Desire, a monster that lures its prey by appearing as what its victim most desires. Perhaps a portal to the surface for those lost underground, or in my case, an old English sports car. Reading this creature really got the ideas flowing for me, and Deep Desire didn't even make it through the round. So there are at least 8 monsters that, according to the voting public at least, are much better. Follow the links below and read through all the remarkable submitted material, and then have your say on who you think should be this year's RPG Superstar. At the very least, you'll find a whole host of really inspiring adventure ideas. Coming off a very successful Kickstarter is the relaunch of Necromancer games for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. Their 3rd book is called Quests of Doom, a collection of 12 adventures from such greats as Skip Williams and Ed Greenwood. It's available right now from their website. Promising 5th edition rules but a 1st edition feel, these publications should give us a good reading as to how easy it is to port adventures and scenarios over to 5th edition from earlier editions. You can download the PDF version immediately or grab the hardcover in April. Gamemasters Journey is a new RPG podcast by Lex Starwalker, the host and producer of GM Intrusions, who has the coolest name in the universe. Gamemasters Journey is for players and GMs of all tabletop RPGs. Featuring interviews with game masters of various systems, the show focuses on improving the game experience for all at the table. Lex also live streams Numenera and D&D sessions on Twitch and posts his videos on YouTube. He's planning to also run Star Wars Edge of the Empire in the future. Find some links below and keep an ear out for Dicestormer John, who I reckon just might be appearing in an episode or 2. If you're a GM who's looking to sharpen your skills or needing inspiration for the next game as a player, then definitely take a look. You won't be sorry. Faith is a sci-fi RPG currently drawing interest on Kickstarter. It promises diceless role-playing in the form of some innovative card play techniques, but claims to still remain true to the RPG ethos and is not a card game. Players construct their character, weapons, and abilities with cards, and then randomly draw 7 cards from the combat deck to use in encounters and defeat their enemies. This looks like a great alternative to dice-based games, and the art looks fantastic. The Kickstarter is about 50% at the time of recording, and if it makes it over the line, we'll be very keen to try this one out. KickTrack has the project just making it at the moment, so it will be very interesting to see this one curve upwards towards success. And finally, we mentioned the Scavengers RPG Kickstarter last week on the Syrin. The Dicestormers had a play test of this now funded project last Saturday. It was super fun. Our playtest can be found on the Kickstarter page and also on the Dicestormers YouTube channel. Check out the gameplay. We stick to our usual irreverent playstyle, and our dodgy accents and chaotic teamwork seem to suit the system perfectly. Let's see how many stretch goals we can help Andreas hit. $8,500 for example gives us a core rulebook with completed art, and $10,000 makes that book a hardcover. Follow the links below to see our game, laugh, and then fund the Kickstarter if you like what you see. Well, that's all for this week. The Syrin is brought to you by Syrinscape, that excellent little app that brings dynamic, customizable, ever-changing music and sound effects to your tabletop games. Check out the links below to hear the 2 brand new sci-fi sound sets, Giant Steampunk Robot and Running the Net. Gil Luna, the genius who builds most of our sci-fi stuff, has done an amazing job once again. There's a link below where you can find out some more of the stupendously cool stuff that Gil Luna does. Thanks, Gil. Thanks to all those people who shared last week's Syrin on Facebook and Twitter and Google+. Keep up the good work. Don't forget to email us at thesyrin@gmail.com when you have something newsworthy. See you next week, and until then, may all your rolls be statistically good.